What's good, everyone? Accent Boy here, back with another video. So I know many who, or should I say, many basketball fans, or should I say, sports fan, been seeing the headline that been making wave, recently. So basically, you guys know of the Boston Celtics head coach. He's a former NBA player, also been tossed around throughout the league during his time. And not only that, he's also the partner of Nia Long. Yes, that fine black American woman, you know what I mean? That a lot of guys are dying over, but however, she's just a regular female at the end of the day. But, however, her so-called partner, I can't pronounce his name. They say he's from Nigeria, them say he's from Mars, but whatever. Um, he basically got caught smashing one of the female staff that works for the Boston Celtics organization. And my thing is this, I'm wondering who basically snitched on him. But they're saying this been going for quite some while. And not only that, the female that he was so-called smashing, they're saying that she's also the wife of someone who works in the organization of the Boston Celtics. What type of messy situation we have here, people? But however, my thing is this, dude, you have a family home and you have a fine black woman. As I said, a lot of guys are dying over Nia Long, and yet you couldn't practice any so-called dick discipline. I understand that majority of the time you guys are on the road, you don't get to see your wife or your so-called girlfriend, but some of the time when you have a family at home, you have to learn how to keep your stuff in your pants. And not only that, they're saying that sleeping with employees in the organization is prohibited. That's what they're saying. But, however, I know a lot of people are still sleeping with each other in that organization. It's just like at work where they always said employees should not mess around with employees, and yet employees are still messing around with each others. But my thing is this, man. You have a fine woman at home, you have kids, I was saying. You have to learn to practice discipline. And I understand that you thought you would never get caught, but at the end of the day, there's always something in the dark will be revealed in the light. You know what I mean? And it's just sad that this dude, they're saying that when he possibly get back from the year suspension that they gave him from the organization, they probably end up firing him. And my thing is this, it's not the NBA who suspended him, it's the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics, yes, that's organization, the owner. But the funny thing is, they didn't do anything to the female. They didn't suspend her, they didn't fire her, but yet they have all the smoke for the coach, which I thought was wrong, because at the end of the day, that's his personal life. What if he's smashing someone? Why do you care so much? As long as he's not interfering with the team performance and your so-called performance, why should you care? But as I said, it's part of the organization rules. But it just goes to show you how unfair the organization is. Same time, because as I said, they didn't do anything to the female staff, but they so-called suspend this dude. And I could understand, but same time is unfair because he's the basically the face of the franchise, and he should have known better. So basically, how should I say, they actually teaching him a lesson. And what type of so-called standards are you setting for your other staff also? Because you cannot discipline one person and not discipline the other. It takes two to tangle when being intimate. And I'm wondering, where is this dude female? Where is the other girl that he was messing with, husband? How he haven't said anything? Because that's an embarrassment to know someone from your own organization is smashing your wife. That's an embarrassment. And for this dude, as I said, I don't know his name, can't pronounce it, but I know of him. The Celtics coach. He also went to also apologize and issue this long stuff talking about his family whatsoever, and he's embarrassed. But come on, dude, you should have think about that in the first place. And yet you have your so-called fine, beautiful wife home feeling so embarrassed. And not only that, think about your kids also, man. We know a lot of black fathers are not at, how should I say, home due to a lot of situation when it comes to parenting, whether it's due to the angry black woman, the court system, or they just don't want to be there. But you're actually there in your kid's life. You should have think about your kids and your wife, man. You have to practice discipline. And this not only go for him, it goes for a lot of us men. And I understand that a lot of us are not in the situation where we have that female throwing herself at us, and we're put in a predicament where we have to refuse or take it. I understand that. But still, your mind have to be stronger. Your mind have to be stronger. Because look at this now. It probably cost him his entire career, even though he was a former player, as I said. But it probably cost him his head coaching job. And I understand that he basically brought the Celtics to the final, which they end up losing. But at the end of the day, they're gonna set an example out of you. And not only this, and it's so funny because back a couple years ago, they were saying there was a similar incident like this where Phil Jackson of the Lakers was sleeping with someone from the organization of the Lakers, and nothing had happened. And to me, it just seemed like the Celtics, as I said, is just trying to make an example out of this dude. And we all know, as they always say, the town, the city or the state or whatever of Boston is very racist. So who knows? You probably have a racist owner, even though many might say, oh, how can the owner be racist if there's a black coach, black players? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And to be honest, this dude basically is going out bad. I can't condone his cheating ways, but you gotta be smart, man. You gotta be smart. And as I said, I'm wondering who ratted him out, because the female haven't said anything, even though they say it was consensual sex. But I'm wondering who said something. Maybe it was the husband of the female who found out, or maybe the coach told someone, and yet someone snitched on him. Because you never know, you have a lot of haters out here in today's society who would want your position. So you never know. So people, just let me know what you think. That just my little 2 cents. So peace.